Is that you? Quit huffing at me, mister.
Hey, memers and streamers! So I've been playing BattleBit here again a little bit the last few days, and I've been noticing that the sniper rifles, they feel fairly faithful to what shooting feels like in the real world. The bullets have both travel time and they have bullet drop, and that means that you have to compensate for both of these factors if you want to be able to hit your shots. So just out of curiosity, I wanted to know just how accurate these numbers were, so I hopped into the shooting range and I recorded a few test shots. So I went and found a spot where I could accurately gauge my distance, I got everything set up, then I hit record. After I fired a few rounds, I sucked the entire footage into the editor. Let's have a look. So this is what the footage looks like when you're watching it at normal speed, but let's slow this down so that we can count the actual frames one by one. Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, so get ready and 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and splash. So we've got 18 frames from the very start of the shot to actually having the shot hit the background at 200 meters. Okay, so let's do the math here. When we actually recorded this and we measured it, we took 18 frames at 72 frames per second to travel that 200 meters, right? Because from the start of when we took the shot to the time that the bullet actually splashed, it took 18 frames in total. So to calculate our bullet speed, the first thing that we need to know is how long the bullet was in the air. So to calculate this, we just divide the number of frames by the frame rate, which in this case is just 18 frames divided by 72 frames a second, which is 0.25 seconds, or about a quarter of a second. So that's 0.25 seconds to travel 200 meters. Now to calculate our actual velocity of meters per second, we just divide the number of meters by the number of seconds. In this case, that's 200 divided by 0.25. That comes out to 800 or 800 meters per second. Looking at the weapon stats for this particular weapon, we can see that they give a velocity stat of 800. So I think we can safely conclude that the in-game stats are most likely given in meters per second. Now for people with real-world shooting experience, you'd probably agree with me that this particular rifle is most likely modeled after the 7.62 by 51 NATO round. Heavier bullets for this round tend toward a velocity of around 2,600 feet per second. Our in-game measurements of 800 meters per second for our in-game sniper rifle convert to about 2,625 feet per second. That's almost identical to the real-world NATO round velocity. I found it interesting the amount of effort that the developers put in to try and get the gun physics right in this game. Knowing that the bullet physics are at least semi-realistic can be helpful for those of us who had real-world shooting experience. Anybody that's done any amount of long-distance shooting knows that you need to compensate for bullet drop and bullet travel time. Knowing that you need to do the same thing in BattleBit can go a long way to helping you improve your shooting at long ranges. Anywho, that's it for now, guys. If this information was helpful to you, it really helps me out to click that like button down below to thank me for the time and the effort that it takes to make these videos. And if you think you'd be interested in more help and tips for gaming, you can always click subscribe so that you can find me later as well. Anywho, that's it for now, guys. GG's and 7 threes.